Hi, Reed. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Dad?
I'm fine. I'd say I'm good, but that's how we always open. But it's good because we're here in the same room.
Yep.
Happy end of year.
Thank you.
And welcome back to the place where you grew up, where it all started.
Thank you.
Happy summer break.
Yay.
So, episode 14, here we are with a 10 question episode.
Yep.
You're home from college. You finished the year.
Mm-hmm.
And so anything you want to say about that?
It was good.
Yeah.
Halfway through college, which is weird. I still feel like a freshman. But yeah, it's good. I like college.
Good. Yeah. And now, this is kind of nice to be able to do episodes live, in person, face to face again.
Yeah.
I should also say we've got another setup.
Yep.
This might be the simplest sophisticated setup because the band. Did I tell you I'm in a band?
Yes, I did know that.
Yeah. So
Substandards.band.
Substandards.band, standards and substandards for all of your jazz adjacent needs. We got a new set of mics for recording drums, actually, and we're trying them out on our podcast.
Yeah.
Without the drum mounts. Good old Shure SM57s.
Not a sponsor.
No, we paid for these.
Yeah.
This is like, I don't know if you know, this is like the iconic instrument mic. Like it's used everywhere.
That's pretty cool.
It's used, they're like bomb proof and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. And then all vocal mics, they use the Shure SM58, I think.
Oh.
Which is just like this one, except
one more.
Yes. Right. It's more for vocals. It's got a different thing on the front, in case you were wondering.
That's good.
So we're using mics that are really nice mics, even if they're not meant for vocals.
Yeah.
Typical podcasts. And we're both hooked into the same box and recording side by side. So
yeah. So if we sound more like a drum set today, that's why.
That's right. It's the drum mics. Anything else to go over?
I don't think so.
We should just jump in. This is a 10 questions episode. Who wants to go first?
I don't remember who went first last time.
Me neither. I forgot. It's episode 14. We've actually done like enough episodes that I think it's okay if we've forgotten what we did before.
Yeah.
I'm glad I wrote down questions of previous 10 questions episodes, so I was sure I wasn't asking the same question again.
Yeah, my phone was updating while I was doing these, so I couldn't see half of my questions, so there might be some repeats, but I don't think there are repeats.
Okay. Well, if there are, we can see if I answered the same way.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so we just still don't remember. Why don't you go first?
Okay. What is your favorite all-time invention?
So I just wrote a piece on this.
Oh.
My favorite all-time invention is education. Schools. I know that's not what you're looking for.
That's a very sweet answer.
No, it's like in order for society, like it's amazing to me that we have thought of like the postal service or cars or conveyor belts or all these things, but and a lot of them we take for granted that they're actually invented. And I think public education is an invention that we don't realize was invented.
Yeah.
And that's really powerful because then if you know it's an invention, you know you can change it.
Yeah. I actually, in my recent history class, we talked about education and the development of education and how it is very linked to like industrialization and like the rise of capitalism and stuff, which is also very interesting, but less good.
Yeah.
Well, depends on who you are.
Yeah. So there's the modern day school started at the same time as the modern assembly line, and
Yeah.
having bells that told you to stop and get lunch works at the assembly line and the school. So yeah, yes, there's that. But since it's an invention, you can change it.
Yeah.
Rather than just
Accept it.
accept it. But I also think it's an amazing idea.
Yeah. I like education.
Yeah. And it's amazing that we thought, oh, let's have these places open for all people. Well, it wasn't always for all people.
Yeah. It took a while.
Yeah. And we're still working on making it. Anyway, there's issues, but we can change those. So that's my answer.
That's a good one.
Thanks. My first question, favorite letter of the alphabet?
I think I'm going to go with the letter Q, because in the Bare Naked Ladies song, their alphabet song on the album Snack Time.
Yes.
Which we listened to a lot when I was little.
I think it's out of print. It's really hard to get.
Is it?
Yeah, because I got it for Ian when Eloise was born.
Oh.
And we had to, like, you had to get a used copy or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, if you happen to be able to find it, it's a great album. And on that, they say that Q is for cat, which is a kind of tree, a QAT.
Good Scrabble word.
Great Scrabble word is how they describe it. And I always thought that was very funny. So
good.
That is my answer.
Yeah. Q is a unique and often overlooked letter. Great. Shout out for Q.
What is your favorite chemical element?
Mercury.
Why?
Well, okay, so it
no pressure.
Yeah, it can kill you and all those kinds of things, but it's a metal, but it's liquid at room temperature. And I just kind of like that it has that interesting, weird feature.
Yeah. Did you like my joke? Because mercury is how you measured pressure. Atmospheric pressure. Okay.
Nice. Well done.
Jokes are always better when you explain them.
Yeah. That's what we've learned from all of our best joke tellers. Us have to explain them.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. There are other more useful ones, but I like mercury as a unique element.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Okay. Question 2 from me. This is a fine time to point out, we actually got listener mail.
Yeah.
A few different shout outs from the world. So thanks a lot, Auntie Mick and Anna and Mom. And then a really nice note from Clarinet Sam.
Yeah.
And Clarinet Sam, who's a fan who we've never met in person.
No, I go to school with him, but I've never, like, we just have mutual friends, and we ended up following each other on Instagram, and and he likes our podcast.
Yeah, so shout out to Clarinet Sam. Yeah. And he suggested a couple of questions for each of us, and the question for you was, since he's in the same year as you, and also now in summer break, he's relating to this and asking you, what has been a standout moment for you this semester?
This is the one question I got the ability to prep for, and I still don't know.
Nice job.
Yeah. I think figuring out my majors and, oh yeah, that's another update since our last episode.
Yeah.
I've declared a double major.
It's twice as many as you had before.
Yeah, I had, so criminal justice, which is what I had before, and now also a history. And I think discovering, like, being excited about those kinds of things and wanting to do more with it instead of just being like, oh, this is interesting, but then wanting to continue that was a fun thing. So
that's a good discovery. Yeah, you've kind of not only discovered a major and path of study and an advisor, and a whole combination of programs.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Yeah.
All right. That's pretty good. I'm sure there are others,
Yeah.
but that's
There's probably a lot more.
yeah. Just like there's many other chemical elements.
Yep.
But that's all we have time for. Next question.
What is the best Roald Dahl book?
Oh, did you know my answer to this? Or did you anticipate my answer to this?
I have a guess.
Okay. So, shout out to, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which I think is number 3 on my list. Although there are other. Anyway, that's like the super iconic Roald Dahl. But it's lower down on my list. James and the Giant Peach might be the most. It's right up there, and maybe it's my favorite. And actually, my mom read it to me and your Aunt Jen, and then we would each reread it. And then did I read it to you, guys? Or okay,
yeah, I think you read us Roald Dahl and those kinds of books, and Mom read us like Little House on the Prairie and Anne of Green Gables. Yeah, all good books.
Yeah. So those are, we really had fun. I'd reread those. But I think my favorite is Danny, Champion of the World.
That's what I thought.
Okay. And, it's a charming father-son story.
Yeah.
Of how to poach peasants.
Of fraud and
peasants. Pheasants.
Pheasants.
Yeah. Because the dad is actually kind of a criminal. But
Danny looks up to him and loves him. And
and there's a reason he's kind of a criminal. And I just find that really, now I need to go back and read it.
Yeah.
I think that is the most I don't know why that book doesn't get more acclaim. Maybe because the protagonist is a criminal.
Well, the protagonist is the son of a criminal and does criminal activity with his father. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the son like kind of takes that on and in a whole new way and saves some things. So yeah, it's just a really cool story. There's my answer.
I like that.
Okay. I put my questions in random order. I didn't know what I was going to ask first or last. Okay. You're taking a sip of water. Okay. What's the best fruit?
Fruit? I don't know.
It's a boring podcast.
What did you just write on your page?
I'm making notes on my page so I know which question to leave for last and what I'm going to ask next.
Oh, okay.
I'm not commenting on your performance here. Oh, bad answer.
I'm going to go either strawberry or blueberry.
Okay.
Because they both can be eaten in many different ways.
Okay. It's fair. It's not, our listeners don't know all that much more about you after answering that, but it's fine.
Well, I call my cat Blueberry. His name is nothing close to that. His name is Gus. But I call him Blueberry or Blueberry Muffin. And Anna, my sister, has a funny story with strawberries. And they're also very good. So yeah.
Yeah, still a boring answer. But
sorry.
That's better. All right.
Okay, my turn?
Yep.
Okay, after seeing vinyl make a big comeback, when do you think cassette tapes will make theirs?
Okay, so here's my thing. Cassette tapes aren't going to make a comeback because they're just not as good. Like the audio quality is not as good.
Yeah, but vinyl didn't used to be as good as it was.
It's always been better than cassettes for sure, but they're cumbersome. Yeah. Cassettes are easy, but you can't get easier than digital audio files. But here's my dad moment. Like, mark my word, someday I think CDs should make a comeback.
I love CDs.
Like, they're better in quality than vinyl, and better than digital audio. And so there's going to be someone who comes along and has a CD revolution.
I still have a bunch of CDs in my room.
Yeah. We've got a cabinet full of them.
Yeah, and we never listen to them.
Right. So, yeah, that's true. But we never used to listen to records either.
We didn't have a record player.
Well, there's that. I guess CD players are really hard to come by now.
Oh.
Yeah, because no one uses them. So
they're in cars. Or sometimes.
The new car.
Oh. That's very strange.
Yeah, in fact, even the car we got, like 6 years ago, that didn't have a CD player in it.
Which car was that?
That green car.
Oh.
The one you're driving today.
That's so sad.
Yeah. It also doesn't have a record player in it.
Well, yeah.
Or a cassette player. But
it has a radio. It
does have a radio. And Bluetooth. So, we'll see. Yeah. That might be totally wrong, but I think that would be an interesting development, but cassettes will never come back.
Okay.
They're cool looking.
Yeah, I like them.
I like mixtapes. But they won't come back other than to be a nostalgic thing on your t-shirt.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. How do you like running?
It's fine.
You can give context for this too if you want.
Okay. I run now sometimes.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's pretty much the story.
Yeah, I wanted to get back into exercise, and so I got running shoes. I don't know why I run. It seemed like a good form of activity, and it's relatively easy and good to learn to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been running for like a semester. I'm not very good at it, but I like being able to get outside and look at nature, and often there are snails and stuff around, and I like looking at them.
Yeah. And you're faster than the snails.
I am faster than the snails.
It's good. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I never liked running when I was your age.
Yeah.
I tried it and I hated it.
Yeah. I say I go running, but mostly I run for like a block, and then I walk and I look at stuff, and then I run a little bit more, and then I walk and look at stuff.
It sounds like a good way to do it, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
better than your fruit answer.
Thank you. Snow globes, charming or tacky?
Great question. I don't want to say, like, if anyone has snow globes, I don't like judge them for it, but I don't need them.
Yeah.
I don't need snow globes in my life. We have one
on the
that's
beneath the vinyl player.
Yeah. And it's like not snow, it's kind of a glittery thing that's supposed to emulate rain, and it's got a backdrop of Portland, Oregon, I think.
Is it Portland?
I think so.
I thought it was New York. I've never looked that closely at it.
Okay. So you really love them too. Because it's got a music box and it plays Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's clever, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah.
It's clever. I mean, I actually like the gray one, that shimmery kind of gray, more than the snow globe.
So rain globes.
Rain globes are the way to go. Mm-hmm. Yep. If you're going to go one way or the other, go with the rain globe. But we don't need one. Okay. I won't judge you either way, but it's fine if you don't have one.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting question.
That's good.
Okay. Name an organ or body part that gets too little recognition or attention. Yeah, good place.
Nina, it's okay.
The dog has seen something out the window and needs to
acknowledge it.
Yeah, make sure that nothing's going to go wrong here. Nothing ever has gone wrong. Something's gone by the window, but you never know. Anyway, you're not getting out of the underappreciated body part or organ.
I don't feel like I know enough about the human body to be.
I was going to ask you to name, identify, and a favorite body part in between, like the rib cage and the hips, because those are all the organs that I don't understand. Like a spleen is in there somewhere, and your appendix.
Mm-hmm. I know if an appendix bursts, it's bad.
Yeah.
That's about all I know about it.
Yep. And apparently you can take it out.
Yeah. And a gallbladder is different than a bladder.
Yeah, I guess the bladder.
Yeah.
But it is a bladder.
Yeah, but I don't know what it does.
Yeah, me neither. So that's pretty underappreciated.
Yeah. But you can also take it out.
Right.
This is a hard question.
Yeah. It's good listening here.
Yeah.
Now our listeners know exactly how much editing we do.
None. I like the uvula.
Oh, great.
Mm-hmm.
Underappreciated.
It stops you from when you like eat or drink, it prevents it from going into your lungs.
Is that what it does?
I think so.
Oh, I was going to ask, like, what is there to appreciate about the uvula? It's great.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, great. Good answer. Educational podcast.
Yeah. Okay. This is your question from Sam.
Oh, great.
He asks, what is one subject that you want to teach, but you aren't sure that you could do it justice?
Also, I had seen this question in advance and I still don't have a great answer. I've gotten to teach more things than I deserve to teach as it is. It would be fun to teach some kind of music class, but I should not. Like, that is not good for music.
Why not?
Because I don't have that expertise. But I've taken a class on how to teach a music class and got to guest practice conduct. Mm-hmm. And I can see how that would be super fun.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give lessons. I guess it would be fun to teach like the science of music class, but it'd be fun to actually play music.
Yeah. Like you have like tuning forks and then you say like, these are sound waves or these create, I don't know.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know science.
Well, you do, but we'd play around with the sounds and then see what was going on to make those different sounds. Maybe, but it would also be fun to play music. Like
that'd be good.
Songs.
Yeah.
But I don't have, there's lots of reasons why I shouldn't be allowed to do that. But who knows? I've been allowed to do lots of things I shouldn't have been allowed to do. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good question. And by the way, I refer to this Sam as Clarinet Sam because we have Nephew Sam and we have Minnesota Sam.
Yeah.
Who is your sister's special friend, as we call.
You can it's her boyfriend.
Yeah. But I like when my mother would identify people as, in a relationship, she'd refer to them as their special friend. So you're not too committal.
Yeah.
Yes. What happened to Sam? Well, he was my special friend. It's not so special.
Oh no.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, we keep in the Sams.
Yeah.
Straight, just for all of you who are confused by the number of Sams in our lives. Good question though.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the worst game
The worst game. Like board game, card game.
Could be. Yeah, I was just thinking of something that could be really tedious or boring. There's plenty of good contenders here. Candyland.
Yeah, Chutes and Ladders. You know, a game, I think I've never played Mousetrap because it always takes too long to set up and there's never the right pieces like available.
Right. Everyone's Mousetrap game is from literally 1983 and it's been sitting on the shelf. And
yeah. And I think I've only done it, like gotten it out for like babysitting gigs. And and then once it's like kind of set up, then the kid gets bored. So I've never played it. And so I think that makes it a really not good game because it's unplayable.
Yeah, that is an excellent example of that's not just boring. It's impossible. It raises expectations that it can never get to because it just fails from the start.
Yeah.
After all that work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's no instructions.
Oh, even better.
You just have to guess. Or at least maybe the ones I've seen are like missing instructions.
It sounds like adulthood, actually.
Yeah.
No instructions. You're just setting stuff up and then it's probably not going to even get started. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
your
good.
Question. Yeah.
What is your dream concert or live performance to go see?
That I've not seen, or does it matter?
Doesn't matter.
I don't know. So many good ones. I think I saw Billy Joel several times and it was just always a really good show.
Yeah.
Even though if you've never been to a Billy Joel concert, you're kind of like, oh, that's sure. I bet he sang Just the Way You Are. And I bet that was nice, but he really puts on an amazing show, especially back in the day. So that I would go see. Yeah, I would go see Billy Joel in like the late 70s.
That sounds good.
I think that would be a really, really good show. Or early 80s maybe. And then there's lots of other shows that have been really good, and I can only imagine there's others that are going to be really good. Yeah. I've never seen a Grateful Dead show.
I don't either.
But people used to literally follow them all over the country.
Yeah.
So I bet there must be a reason for that. Other than the drugs. Yeah. We saw Bela Fleck and Bruce Hornsby, and I think that was one of the best shows I've ever seen easily, but it wasn't like, ooh, this is going to be the dream show. Yeah. It just was incredibly amazing.
We saw Ben Folds with the Utah Symphony.
Yeah.
And that one, I don't know if I was expecting a lot, but it was very good.
Yeah, it was amazing. That he could make stuff up with the symphony right there on the spot. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we could keep going.
Yeah.
I could keep going with other shows I'd like to see or have seen. Oh, my question though.
Yep.
In your view, what's the point of a graduation ceremony, and is it a tradition that should be celebrated or an outdated relic of the past that should be retired?
I like graduation ceremonies because I think it's a good time to celebrate yourself with your peers and people who love you and have come to see you. And yeah, and I got kind of a high school graduation, but I didn't really. And I kind of like, even though I got more than a lot of people did, I think I still wanted all of it, and being able to do that would have been really cool. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was just thinking of, we were just at your sister's college graduation.
Yeah. That was fun.
It was really fun. But it's all, there's the funny hats and the robes and we'll have the speaker and then we'll have the student speaker and then like there's a form to it that's always the same. But it was really fun and celebratory, and I was really glad that day I had that.
Yeah, me too.
So, okay. Good perspective. Thanks for reminding me that you didn't really get yours.
My turn?
Yep.
Ghosts or zombies?
Like a preference?
Sure. Just whatever.
Well, ghosts are way more realistic. Everyone knows that. They're not real, but
zombies are just people, but dead people.
Yeah, dead people reanimated. That's totally dumb. But ghosts. Like if you're gonna go for like the spirit world or something being supernatural, you might as well make it invisible and beyond the physical realm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
I've never thought about that at all. I feel very strongly about it now. That's the only way to go.
Yeah. This is your hill to die on.
That's right. Yeah. Ghosts or zombies. Zombies are stupid. Bert or Ernie?
Oh, I love them both.
Yeah. Oh, to be clear, I'm talking about Sesame Street, not the two characters on.
On
It's a Wonderful Life.
I like. I don't know. They're so different. It's hard to compare them.
Boy, what a great question this is.
Yeah. I think I like. My instinct is saying Ernie because he's just so sweet and he is very bubbly and giggly and sweet, and he has a big passion for his rubber ducky. And yeah, but then I still love Bert because he is cynical and grumpy and and all that, but he's still just a little sweetheart who loves collecting his bottle caps and doing pigeon dances.
Yeah, he's his own self.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to go with Bert because he's underappreciated and he's just a nice soul.
Even though he's grumpy, he's still his own self.
Yeah, he's
That's
like
who he is.
He's like Min Min,
Our cat.
cat who is very grumpy.
That's true.
But is a little sweetheart.
That was a really interesting turn. Like I thought it was Ernie for sure, and then it's Bert. Great.
But now I feel sad because now I've chosen one over the other.
Yeah, well, you can't get that one back.
Okay.
Yeah. It was way better than your fruit answer.
I don't know how I could have answered that question better.
That's too late now. We're going on.
Okay. If you can answer a fruit question better, email us at dearmouthsounds@gmail.com. Okay. You have been gifted a boat. What are you going to name it? This is hypothetical.
Okay. Bob.
Just Bob. Okay.
Because that's what it does on the and everyone names their boats after women.
That was a good one.
Oh, good.
I want to get you a boat now so you can name it Bob.
Bob. All right. So we have 2 questions left.
I have one.
You have 1. I have 2. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite constitutional amendment? Defend your answer. You were giving us a good lesson on the trip home about amendments and the Constitution.
I mean, I just took a whole class on the 14th Amendment, which is kind of a cheating answer, but it within the 14th Amendment, the 14th Amendment made it so that every citizen, which was defined in the 13th Amendment as everybody who was born on American soil. So all citizens had the right to equal protection under the law and had the right to due process. And basically that within that, it applied all of the Bill of Rights, so the first 10 amendments, it had this question of, because there was a lot of language that was within like the Fifth Amendment and stuff like that, there became the question of, does the Bill of Rights now apply to the states? Because initially it just applied nationally. And so the 14th Amendment kind of within it applied all of that to everybody, which I think is pretty cool. And also it made it so that more people could defend their rights legally within the Constitution.
Okay, I guess that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So what do you mean when you say it could have only applied to the states? Like only states as entities or
so the our federalistic democratic form of government means that we have a government on the state level. Mm-hmm. So each state has their own form of government, and then the federal level, the national level, has their own form of government too, which means that we have the three branches of judicial, executive, and legislative on state and national level.
Yeah.
And the state, they are seen as kind of equal. Like the state and national level,
okay.
They, instead of one looking up to the other, they kind of look side to side.
Oh.
That's the goal.
Okay.
In initial federalistic kind of viewpoints.
Okay.
It's more and so initially writing the Constitution, the founders were worried that there would be that the national government would have too much power. So the Bill of Rights was to make it so that they could so that the national government, their power was kind of subdued, and so they put checks on the national government. And so the 14th Amendment put those checks on the state as well, basically.
Okay. So basically no form of government at any level has any way to like in personal citizens, their freedoms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're all put at the same standard instead of leaving it up democratically to say kind of which states, like how the states want to treat their own citizens.
Right.
And so national citizenship became kind of more important than state citizenship, which state level before was the biggest priority.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was a war over this.
Yes.
In part.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
Okay. 14th Amendment.
For me, pretty good one.
Yep. Okay. Good. Thank you for sharing your expertise too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your last question to me.
Okay. You can only visit one national park for the rest of your life, but you can go as much as you want. Which one are you choosing?
I don't know. I haven't been to all of them. Well, there's so many good ones you can't really, like, I guess if I go to just one, it's not like, sure, I'd miss all the others, but that one would be a good one to go to. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's still like, so you've still gone to all of them. It would just be like starting now.
Yeah. No, I get that. I was formulating an answer, and then I thought, well, what about there's going to be other people there, which is too bad. Even though I like that people go to national parks, I wish
there were less of them.
Or they weren't there when I was there. Yeah, there's no wrong answer here. Oh. So I was thinking, so Yosemite's just too busy. But it's an amazing place. Yellowstone, similarly, just too busy, but still an amazing place. There's some things. I think Tetons is incredible. This isn't getting to your answer. And then there's redwoods and sequoia, but I think we keep coming back to arches. So there's Zion and Bryce and Canyonlands, and in Utah there's these amazing national parks. And sure, there's Grand Canyon farther south, but I think Arches is like this place that we keep returning to.
Yeah,
like there's something about, even though it's dry and harsh, there's something about it that is kind of magical as a place to return to.
Yeah.
So even though your friends don't understand the allure and the sand, I think Arches in the fall or November. Arches in November. Although lots of seasons. Arches.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah. I have really fond memories too of the two of you as kids, like just playing in the sand and doing, yeah. So there's a lot of nostalgia.
Yeah.
For different trips to Arches too.
It's good sand. Yeah.
And there's an arch in Arches that actually fell, which is like a geological thing. Like you saw geological time be different. We're on two different sides of geological time. Yeah. So, okay.
Nice.
I feel better about that answer than your blueberries.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. My last question is, what are you most looking forward to this summer?
Camping.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we go camping in the Uintas for Mom's birthday every year. And I think that is one of my favorite traditions that we do.
Yeah.
And we get to hang out with cool people.
Yeah.
And
some
our dog.
Friends and family and the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Glad you are too. Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's it. Those
are our questions. There's no other, we incorporated the mail right into the show.
Yep.
Thanks for your contributions, Clarinet Sam. And we'll be doing a few more of these.
Yep.
Okay. It's late. The dog's sleeping. No more barking outside. And I was trying to make sure I didn't forget anything.
No, I think that's it.
Okay. That's it. Okay. See you later, Reed.
Bye.
Keep your feelings inside.
Thanks. You too.
Bye.